How do you go from being a wannabe hardcore thug shooting a grandmother 3 times, and here you are in court crying? Please forgive me, I'm not a bad guy. BS. I didn't even tell y'all what I was even talking about, did I? Check this out.
A man who shot and tried to rob a King County grandmother has learned his fate. Colby Delamar was sentenced today after pleading guilty. Tina Rothert and her granddaughter both survived that terrifying attack in Covington.
Yeah, y'all know me. I'm gonna rub this one in super hard, super hard. What is going on, folks and Pokedramas? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me up here. Follow me down here. Click this because it helps the channel. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring in the drop box for you to select all notifications. Lastly, do not forget to check out the other channel called Man, Husband, Father. I have a new video over there. I want y'all to check out. Let me know what you think about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I did a story last week sometimes of a grandmother who went to the ATM to deposit a check, and she was approached by 2 young men who robbed her at gunpoint, or at least attempted to. When she told them she wasn't giving them anything and she yelled for help, well, you know what? I'll let y'all just hear this story.
A man who shot and tried to rob a King County grandmother has learned his fate. Colby Delamar was sentenced today after pleading guilty. Tina Rothert and her granddaughter both survived that terrifying attack in Covington. You may remember I shared their story in detail earlier this week. Tonight, Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman was in Judge Sandra Widland's courtroom, where Tina made a passionate plea against leniency, saying the shooter's age should not excuse his actions. So, Allie, what was the sentence handed down?
Yeah, David, I can tell you that Judge Sandra Woodland actually sentenced Colby Delamar to 132 months, or simply put, 11 years in prison exactly. This is after he did plead guilty to assault and attempted murder, both in the first degree. Now, we do have surveillance video of that brutal attack I want to show you. Take a look there, because this would have been a routine trip to the ATM for Tina, one that she made countless times. But in April of 2024, it nearly cost her her life. It's been more than 19 months at this point since Tina was shot 3 times, twice in her thigh and once in her stomach during an attempted robbery at this Covington ATM. And as you saw, detectives say Colby Delamar and another man demanded she withdraw $1,000. When she couldn't, Delamar opened fire, while Tina's granddaughter watched from the car and is now dealing with unimaginable trauma. Since that night, Tina's been in therapy nearly every week. She's struggling to walk without pain and learning how to live her life daily after this trauma. She told the court she's a prisoner in her own community. She can't enjoy the activities she did before this crime. Let's put it into perspective, because fireworks, cars backfiring, popping balloons, and the sound of the 4th of July are just a few of the things that put her on edge, reminders of that violent night. Delamar pleaded guilty to first-degree assault and attempted robbery. Today, Tina faced him in court and delivered a 5-page victim impact statement describing how that moment continues to affect and shape every part of her life. The grandmother also spoke about accountability, telling the court the youth offender leniency sends the wrong message, arguing that at 18 years old, people are old enough to face full consequences for their actions.
While he was unable to steal any money from me, Colby did steal my peace of mind and injured me to an extent that I may never completely recover. Given the dates of the crime and arrest, Haley and I have already served more time than he has. He sentenced both of us to many more years than he will ever serve, not to mention that after shooting me, he wanted to go to another ATM and try again because he didn't get any money from me. Fortunately, for some unknown citizen, his co-defendant refused. We can't fix all of this overnight, but we have to start somewhere. We need to stop sensation.
Now, Tina says that she agreed to the plea deal not because she believes it's fair, but because she needs closure. Delamar broke down as one by one his father and brother spoke, asking the judge for mercy, calling his actions a terrible decision that were fueled by drugs and bad influences. The 20-year-old apologized to Tina for his actions. Take a listen.
I know I left you scarred physically and mentally. Deep down, no amount of time will fix what I've done because I have made a horrendous mistake that both of us will struggle to live with for the rest of our lives. Lastly, Tina, I want to ask you if you would please accept my apology as a young, dumb person for the traumatizing things I did to you.
Now, I did catch up with Tina after court, David, and you know this just as well, that Colby has not showed this level of emotion at all throughout the entire case. So when I spoke to Tina, she tells me that she was very surprised, caught off guard, and that she actually hopes that he turns his life around. Now, she also spoke about the sentencing, and she tells me that she was hoping for more, but she does understand the judge's decisions when it comes to sentencing him again to 11 years, and he will still have to do 3 years of probation once he is released. We know that a restitution hearing is also going to be scheduled at a later time. But David, as you mentioned, you've been covering this story extensively, and we do have that up for all of our viewers to take a second look at up on our website, fox13seattle.com. For now in Kent, I'm Alejandra Guzman.
Thank you so much. Judge Woodland there did not go for the 12.25 years, which is what prosecutors were asking for, but she also didn't sentence him to the lowest amount. 11 years is about a mid-range for his criminal history. By the way, his co-defendant in this case pled guilty. He was sentenced to just a year in prison, and he's serving that time right now.
I get everything that was done in here. You know what? 11 years? You shot her 3 times. You got 10 years per shot. But Ty nothing. He could have killed her. See, this is amazing. It carries a maximum sentence of a little over 12 years, but he got 11. That's it for shooting a grandmother 3 times. 11 years. Nope. 10 years per bullet. And then when you get out, you're gonna be on 10 years of parole. Yeah, Ty, he would be 50 years old. So what? Oh, look all the tattoos and everything he got on himself. You bad, you thuggish, right? You hardcore. And now you sit up in court crying like a punk. Oh boy, they gonna have fun with you in prison. You just a front. Dumb, stupid idiot. And shout out to the grandmother who survived this. I'm so happy for her. But you know what? There's gonna be a lot of traumatizing things they're gonna have to deal with from now on, even the 10-year-old. Anyway, I wanted to bring y'all this story, let y'all know that I was going to follow up on this when I covered it last week or so. Let me know what y'all think by putting in the comments below this video. Don't forget to do what you see. Any elements right here that greatly help the channel. The next video that I will be doing after this one in chronological order is going to be up there. Things I did as of yesterday right here you may have missed. And if you have not subscribed, click that. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.